Hello, good evening. I've gone up in the world. In fact, I've gone so up in the world, I don't want to put my new item on this quite dirty and quite sort of gritty cutting mat that I've got. So I'm going to put down this, this is a booklet about the Flying Scotsman that came with a sort of foam construction kit, which was quite fun. So I'm going to put this down on here so I don't get my new purchase dirty, and that's simply because I've spent more today on a wagon than I think I ever would or ever have before, and maybe ever will. I don't know, we'll find out. So I'm a big fan of mineral traffic. This is one of the old Hornby mineral wagons which I have shown all the time on this channel, and sort of have showed at great length and put in lots of trains. And I tend to buy these for about £5 second hand from model shops, which is about what I'd expect to pay for that. So for 5 times this, you can buy this Accurascale. What is this? This is a ZDV engineer's wagon in the 176.2, which is 00. And this is exclusive to the Accurascale website. So never spent this much on a wagon before, never owned anything Accurascale, never seen anything Accurascale before in person. So going to open this and see what it's like. So it's come in a clear sort of protector. And what we've got here, not suitable for children under 14 years. Recyclable, lovely. This is a recyclable container, but you shouldn't recycle it because you should retain the packaging to store your models. Accurascale's address. What have we got here? So it's the LDB3. Is that the product code? I think that's the number of the wagon, actually. Product code is this one, ACC 1099, and then EXL. This is exclusive to the Accurascale website. So yes, I purchased this directly from them for £24.99 plus free shipping, which I must add, a quick note on the shipping. I ordered this at about 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and it arrived to Modeler Towers at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So that's quite impressive. So let's open it up and have a little look. Nothing on the inside of the box lid, not that I think you would expect there to be. We have a leaflet by the look of it. So what is this? Oh, history of the wagon, and I think history of this specific wagon as well. Thanks to Paul Bartlett, I know who he is. He has a fantastic website of lots of pictures of rolling stock. And yeah, here's a picture of, I don't know if that's this wagon or it's a wagon. And there we are, look, an exploded parts diagram. I mean, what number does that even go up to? 30 odd? Is that 32 in the sort of right hand side? Blimey, yeah, 32 parts. Quite a lot of parts there. This is general information. Cutting edge production, product failures. That sort of warranty information. I imagine this is more appropriate to locomotives, but I imagine it's a copy and paste across everything they do. Let's have a little look. Does not appear to be a certificate. I believe these are, on the website said that it come with a certificate. Doesn't appear to be one in there, but oh well. I mean, you don't really want a certificate for a wagon. It doesn't really make a difference to me. I've got this little accessory bag. It seems to be what, some underframe detail. I think these are sort of brake hangers and various pipe work parts. It's fine. I presume these just sort of clip. They seem to have little locating pegs on them. I don't know if you can see that right there against my nail. Potentially fit those, or potentially not. I don't tend to fit the accessory bags for most things. Then we have the wagon itself. So this is painted in this is sort of finished in a refurbished kind of scheme. This is sort of red oxide primer. And it's got all these sorts of painted panels and things. I think it looks really interesting. Yeah, nothing in the base, no certificate or anything. So it's in this sort of quite nice blister. So pop this open. Jesus, it's a bit tight. Top of the blister off. Let's pull it out. A bit of daylight through. Yeah, it's a bit of daylight through that plastic tray, but I mean that's irrelevant, isn't it? What is this? Is this a sheath, or is it, let's remove that sheath, and here it is. I'm trying to sort of, I'm looking onto the camera lens. At the moment I'm sort of craning underneath the camera to actually see it in real life. There seems to be some of those brake hangers already in place. I wonder if those ones are for P4 wheel sets. I know a lot of the Accurascale stuff is sort of suitable for drop-in P4 wheel sets, aren't they? I mean, yeah, I mean, just looking around this is really cool. Like, this is genuinely very impressive. I mean, I don't know that you'd want a whole train of them. I don't think you'd want to pay for a whole train of them. But as far as wagons go, this is really, really nice, actually. I mean, there's all these sort of lots of separately fitted detail on the underneath. I mean, look at all that. A vacuum tank, the sort of the brake, all the brake pipes, brake lines, things like that. There's just the spring detail here on the wheel and the axle boxes. Got these sprung NEM couplings and sprung buffers. Look, Sam's Trains will love that. Lots of separately fitted detail, and it just really quite nice. That rolls really nicely. Yeah, I mean, sort of see these plates on here. This is the coding, but you can see the build plate on the sole bar. You can see sort of the overhead warning flashes here. This is supposed to look like it's sort of been painted over, which I think it very much does. Let's see if we can get that to... There we go. Not too sure what that white spot is, but it clearly is supposed to be there. Got the little separately fitted lamp iron and handles, well, on the end. Same on this end, yeah, obviously. It's a different design on this side. Obviously, it's not the wouldn't necessarily be the same on both sides. So this side hasn't got that sort of white spot and has got that diagonal line on it, which I don't believe the other side did. No, it's on this side. So we've got this nice green, I think it's green, I'm not great with colours, it might be grey, interior. And then let's just get an up close perhaps on some of this detail on the bottom. You can see these springs, that's quite normal for all sorts of rolling stock. I mean, like, what even is that? Yeah, tiny little screws holding the NEM coupling into place. You can just see this one here just to the top side of this coupling. And I mean, yeah, this is really nice. I cannot see a drop of glue on the bottom side of this. I don't know. It's potentially a tiny shiny bit on the end of, if you follow this, I'm going to use something to point this out. And this is really nitpicking, but I think maybe at £25 you deserve to nitpick. If you follow this really thin pipe onto where it connects to the wagon, which is just this side of the paintbrush, I don't know if you can just see it's a slight glisten right in there. But that, I mean, that is it, and that's really nitpicking. So this is obviously a lot of money, but if you've got the money to spend, I mean, if you want to put together a rake of these, this is going to set you back, what, 25 quid a wagon? You get 5 of these for £25, but the difference is really, I mean, night and day. I mean, this is a model of a 21-ton mineral wagon, and with this next to it, this is trying to be a model of a 21-ton mineral wagon, really, isn't it? These are good for their time. 1970s, I think these were tooled up, and these tooling for this is a bit like the village bike. I think it was an Airfix tooling, and then it went mainline and Dapol. Now it's Hornby, I think. They have modified it in recent times, giving it NEM couplings, I think. But I mean, this has nothing on this, does it? This is really nice. I am blown away by that. I intend to get some more Accurascale rolling stock. I think it's very nice. I don't really have any locos that go with them. Maybe I will stick this behind something and run it around the layout and put a little parting shot in here. But yeah, this is the Accurascale ZDV, I think it is. They sell this is their exclusive version, which is this, I think, is a buffer vehicle, the actual wagon itself. They do sell triple packs of the standard liveried sort of, I think, grey and bauxite, which, assuming the build is roughly the same with all the separately fitted parts, I think they're about 75 quid for a triple pack, so again 25 quid a wagon. It's really, really nice. It's not going to be for everyone, and it's not going to be, I'm not going to buy loads of them. I just simply don't have the money to spend on that sort of thing. But as perhaps the first Accurascale item I've seen, that is really genuinely impressive. So I'll couple it up behind a loco, I'll run it around the layout, maybe I'll put it in a train with the other 21 ton mineral hoppers I've got. But that's special, I think, and I don't think that goes. I don't know if that's exaggerating, I'm really not sure, but that is really nice. I really like that. Thank you for watching. Let's stick it behind a locomotive and watch it roll round. Okay, so I've come down to the ingle nook, which is, as we've sort of expressed before, vaguely industrial themed. It's looking a bit flat at the moment, as you might be able to tell if I sort of pan the camera around, but we've got the Accurascale wagon set up there, and yeah, we're just going to shunt it around a little bit in the sidings and sort of show off vaguely how it runs, certainly around here, and what it looks like doing so. So you might see my wrist come into the frame as I operate the knob on the front here, but we'll just ignore that, shall we? Got the Hornby Sentinel out on work today. Oh dear. Sort of Sentinel's got a bit of a cursed wheelbase. Certainly with respect to the isolation or insulation on the points. Good thing this camera, or this phone rather, has a steady mode where you don't just get motion sickness from my cack-handed camera operation. Move. Move. Hand of God. Would have thought God would have had more, sort of less stumpy hands, but you know, these things happen. So we're going to back it up now onto my kit-built Parkside 21 ton mineral wagon. Bit of a heavy shunt by the look of it. So as soon as it gets a bit of weight behind it, it does okay to sort of jump over those isolated points on the points. It's not the most elegant sentence on the planet. Let's move it back. Oh no, is it actually? Oh no. Oh, technical difficulties. There we go. Yes, this layout runs very strangely. I'm not entirely sure why. I don't know if it's the electrics are a bit goosed, or it is using a very cheap controller, so it could be that. It's sort of using an eBay jobby controller. I'm just trying to liberate one of the Hornby 21 ton mineral wagons that I used as an example before. Let's go and shunt onto that, shall we? If I could be bothered to edit more, maybe this would look more seamless, but I can't, so it's not. It's going to look amateur hour. See? And let's bring it forward and we'll go down the pretend portal to the main line, which exists just here. So this is almost certainly not going to work because this is a very unclean bit of track, because it doesn't really ever get used, so well, that actually did all right, didn't it? So maybe if I bring them all back into frame here, I'm going to shuffle myself along a little bit, and let's get sort of the Accurascale one into the light as well. I don't know what's going on with the light in this room, but this camera looked cack. Anyway, yeah, so we've got the Accurascale wagon, we've got the old Hornby wagon, which is slightly taller, I think you can see, and the Parkside kit-built wagon. Yeah, the Accurascale, I mean, takes it for sort of appearance, and I think for a one-off it is excellent. I don't know, obviously putting together a rake of these is going to be, I mean, you can get these sort of £5 in a second-hand shop. This is £25 for one, and this was about £8, I think, for the kit. So depending on what sort of modeler you are, is going to depend on what one you want. I think the Accurascale one at £25, and I believe the triple pack is obviously slightly better value. I think you get all three for £74.95, so you save a couple of your pennies there. So a really nice wagon, and certainly for something like this Inglenook puzzle, where it will always have odd wagons sitting on here, it's definitely going to be a mainstay perhaps of this little puzzle. So there we go, that is my Inglenook puzzle. That is the Accurascale ZDV, a 21-ton mineral wagon. Recommendation from me, sort of my first product review really, I guess, for something that's not a million years old and is maybe slightly relevant. So yes, I like that. You might like it if you like the sort of things I do. So yeah, fill your boots if you so wish.